Hey everyone, welcome to a casual garden stroll. It is Saturday evening when I'm filming this because I am, as you watch this, I am probably on my way to Northwind Perennial Farm down in Burlington, Wisconsin, just north of the Illinois border, because I'm speaking there this morning at 10:30. So if you are close enough, you still have time to get over there and come say hi. I'm speaking on how to create a cohesive garden. As it stands right now, cohesive just means your plant piles are following you around, because check out, okay, this is the plant pile situation, you guys. Here's your 360 of the plant pile situation. Oh, did I mention over here too? It's a real dire situation here. I've not had any time to plant. I'm busy wrapping up some other projects. I've mentioned this the past 2 weeks. This is a gotta do this in order to be able to do that thing, and we're still on the this. But I did want to quick show you a few things that are looking really great in the garden right now, in terms of just this little casual stroll. I wanted to start here with this amazing viburnum. I think it's Shoshani. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. It is, every year is like this. It is a viburnum plicatum, tomentosa plicatum variety, and it is so, it's just so beautiful. I mean, how can you go wrong with a plant that is just absolutely covered in these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers? So that is by far the best looking thing in the yard right now. Some of these columbines that have very little foliage left are blooming. This is a nice little light pink one. We've got some purple ones over here. My trunk is open. I did just want to show you, hold on, let me show you this. This is the Dutsia. Okay, what is the name of this one? It's not Chardonnay Pearls, because Chardonnay Pearls has the sort of chartreuse coloration. Oh gosh, I hate that word, sorry. Anyway, it's one of the Proven Winners ones, and it's really looking, I understand why people like Dutsias. They're really, really pretty. Oh, and I did plant, just to show you quickly here, I did plant a Sesky, what is it, Sesky dwarf birch last week. I've been looking for this plant, you guys, for years. Here, what is it? Sesky Gold. That's it. Here we go. Sesky Gold. I've been looking for this plant everywhere. No one carries it. You know where I found it? At my damn hardware store. So I certainly picked it up and added it over here. I love it. I love it so much. I hope it does really well here. Okay. We're gonna stroll this way. It's really, you guys, it's an S show here right now. Like, lawn's not cut, weeds are everywhere. Like, pretty soon this is all going to come together, but today is not that day. Okay, nice little backlight sun here to show you all the purple sensation alliums, though. Gosh, they're pretty. I did start cutting some of the foliage back on some of the ones over here the other day because they were just obnoxious. Here's a nice deep purple. Most of them are sort of this lavender color, but it's always interesting to me how they are this variety of colors. And of course, with the sun there, they look so nice. I think that's cat's meow, probably. I don't know. It's blooming nice and early and beautiful. Oh, the lady's mantle border here, which will look so much nicer when the lawn is mowed, and then we've patched the lawn, as we always have to, is just coming into flower. And actually, this might be the prettiest stage. Just when these little chartreuse buds are just forming. There's some Lemon Perfection Nepeta in there. So pretty. Love this little board. This is that Dianthus, how are we pronouncing that? Cyrillina? Something like that. That's this coming up here. That corner is a real piece of garbage. There are two Nepetas. I think those two, this Nepeta and that Nepeta, are Junior Walker. And I like that plant. I'm not sure I like it there. I think I might need to swap those out for something else. Because I just feel like it's just a little, I don't think it's the right call for there. And this is Boom Chocolata in the front here, which basically has no room to grow because of that. And this is what is this terrible weed? It's the weed that's everywhere. Everywhere right now. There's some of the Virginia bluebells that I cut back. Here we have another. We got rain last night, but other than that, it's been so dry here. So we've been just kind of watering the lawn actually to try to keep it half alive. This is Cupcake, I believe. Cupcake viburnum. Another absolutely stunning viburnum. I adore viburnums. They're so, at least this kind of viburnum. They are so good. Just beautiful. Here's something funny. This pot that I just stuck here last year. Just kind of plopped it here, and I kind of liked it here, and so we're keeping it here. What's blooming? What's growing in there? A big old poppy. Did I plant poppies in there? No. The poppy seeds just landed there, and that's where they have chosen to bloom. Here's Rosa glauca back here, which you can kind of see that beautiful blue foliage of back there. There's the limelight hydrangea. No, little lime. That's a little lime. Little lime hydrangea that I have threatened to cut off or remove for, I don't know, what are we going to say here? 10 years now. And that is a giant, I think that's an ash tree seedling. So I told you, it's a bit of a situation here, guys. Okay, let's just stroll this way a little bit. Hi, Darwin. I mean, at this point, I'm not even going to point out to you how I still haven't, all the things I haven't done yet, because I still haven't done them. And I look over there and I see, I don't know if you can see all like the lavender over there. Oops, sorry. I look over there and you would think, oh, that's kind of pretty. No, it's all Dame's Rocket, which is invasive. But there are some nice things over here. Like the tricolor beech has finally pretty much, well, it has fully leafed out and it's so beautiful. I mean, come on. How can you not just love that? These are challenging to find the right spot for because they will burn if you get them in too much sun. I think we did pretty good in sighting this one. And then behind that, this viburnum is Onondaga. And you can see it's just starting to work on its flowers, which is the perfect complement here to this tricolor beech. We should talk briefly about the little leaf purses on the hydrangeas, which I mentioned last week, and then I just created a whole stir, basically. So a lot of people asked, like, can you spray for these? And I mean, first of all, this isn't going to kill your plant. Your plant's going to be fine. You will lose flowers if you don't open these up. So they will eat their flower bud if that happens. It's not the worst thing in the world. So a lot of people asked, could you spray insecticidal soap? Could you spray, oh, see, he's a big one in there. That's the little wormy guy in there. I'm not like a squish a worm with my bare fingers kind of girl, so I always kind of trap it in the leaves and then squish it. The thing is that, first of all, it's very difficult to know when these guys are crawling around, right? So you can't really spray them because you have to spray the worm, and the worm has encapsulated itself in this handy little packet. So there's really no way to spray this with anything, and I don't think it's worth spraying anyway. It's just not that big of a problem. Hang on, Amazon's here. Sorry about that. We've had this kind of interesting thing happen with Amazon where apparently, oops, hold on. Let me get you tight here. Whoop. We've had an interesting thing happen with Amazon where apparently there's a note in there saying we have dogs. So some of the drivers are like, put your dogs away. And I'm like, now you guys are reading the notes? Because I put in the notes a year ago, please don't drive into our driveway and just throw the packages at the end of the driveway and no one listens. Anyway, I digress. Look, this is this whipcord, Thuya whipcord, that Thuya plicata whipcord that on standard that I found at Home Depot, gosh, at the beginning of the season, and I finally planted it. Let me back up so you can kind of see where it went. I'm quite happy with it there. I think that's a nice little spot for it. I'm actually very happy with it there. And then of course, this garden right now is such a beautiful time, by the way. This is, it's like 6 o'clock or so at night. And this is such a beautiful time. Oh, by the way, the deer are watching my videos because for the second week in a row, when I talk about a plant, the deer come and eat it the next day. And so that is, you see these little cages? That's the diantha, that kind of false hydrangea thing that I showed you last week. Yeah, they ate them. So now they are caged. Thank you, dear, for watching my videos. I hope they liked it. I hope they liked and subscribed at least while they were there. Anyway, you know, you cannot beat hostas at this time of year with all this fresh foliage. You know, just like, you know, their beautiful vase shape. I mean, this one, this gigantic one over here, and then all these beautiful ones. And holy crap, oh my God, look at the size of that thistle. Oh my God, that is the biggest, scariest looking thistle I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. Okay, somebody come dig that out for me, because I'm afraid of it. Okay. We've sort of we go through this area every week lately because it looks so good, but it does look good. And all, like, here's the like Japanese painted ferns in there. It just looks really, really nice. Oh, and probably maidenhair fern is probably my favorite fern. And look at that little patch of them there. Isn't that just gorgeous, especially in the light? So, so beautiful. Still have kind of the swath of despair through here, but we've got stuff. Clearly I have plants, and I'm sure I will be picking up more at Northwind tomorrow. In fact, I know I will, because I've already like texted them and said, can you just set some stuff aside for me? So yeah, anyway, we'll fill this in, it'll be fine. And let's just sneak over here, because I do think it's kind of nice looking over here. Montana, Carex Montana, and blue mouse ears, so good. Carex Montana, right there again, becoming a real favorite of mine. I'm actually thinking about changing around a design I have going on in that garden over there to add in more Carex Montana. Or possibly some Millennia Paul Peterson, which is what this grass right here is. Quite nice. If I can pick some of that up at Northwind tomorrow, I think I might. Oof. Ugh. Something buggy. Here's the, this is, I don't know if this is Geranium macrorrhizum or Cantabrazy or one of those, but anyways, it's one of those big root geraniums, kind of ground cover geraniums, which is really pretty. And you can see that the top of the mound is looking really fuzzy. The bulb foliage is pretty much whatever there was, has pretty much died back, so we'll mow that now. Let's see. I think I showed you this last week, right? That I planted the white, oopsies, the white dogwood there. Oh, I should show you the lilac, you guys. Let me take you over by the lilac. I'll meet you over there. Talk about Dame's Rocket. Look at this whole area. Oh my God. Oh, it's so bad over here. Look at this beautiful lilac. So I would have to look up the name of this lilac, but it was from Bloomables, maybe planted 3 years ago or so. And it does not have, unfortunately, it does not have a great scent. It has a very light scent. But, well, actually, now that I say that, the scent has gotten much better. I will probably sneeze, by the way. I am pretty allergic to lilacs, but they're so beautiful. Anyway, it's a very, I think this is a Midwestern thing, or a Wisconsin thing even, to have a lilac at the end of your driveway. And so that's why I put it here, because it feels very homey to me. Anyway, it's beautiful. This is the first year it's bloomed so well, and I really was thinking about cutting off some of the flowers, and then I thought, no, we're not gonna do that. But beautiful foliage on this plant too. I mean, not a lot of lilacs have foliage that you can write home about, but this one is pretty great. Literally, that Dame's Rocket is just killing me over there right now. Okay, so I think, well, here, we're just, hang on, I'll meet you on the other side. I just want to show you that this is Nepeta subsessilis blue prelude starting to bloom. I've been pinching it back, so some spots won't be blooming, but it will just keep on blooming like this all year. It's beautiful. Different kind of Nepeta, very large. I have divided, this is one plant. I have divided it already once before, maybe even last year. it is a plant that will keep on giving, which I appreciate. I can always use more plants around the yard. Oh, it's just, I'm so, ugh. I mean, Dame's Rocket might be pretty, but not to me anymore. You know how even a pretty weed, when you deal with it, is not that pretty? And in there, unfortunately, that grassy stuff you see is canary reed grass, I think, which is the terrible, nasty invasive. So, but we'll get that cleaned out. And of course, I'm just limping along with the dandelion, daffodil foliage right now. I'm over it, but it has not even started to yellow yet. So we're just hanging in there. It's fine. I got enough things to do that I'd just look the other way on that for now. One last thing to show you, and then we'll be done. I just want to show you how pretty this area is filling out. This is Eclipse hydrangea, and then I've interplanted it with this agastache from Proven Winners, which is about the color that these will bloom. But first of all, the plants, the hydrangeas are just, I mean, just outstanding. By the way, I do have another one that overwintered fine. It dies back to the ground basically, but it comes back just fine. Let me show you from this angle here. I mean, I'm really happy with that combo. Be nice if I could get to planting this area. All right, back at the plant pile here. Okay, have a great day in your garden. Quick tour today so I can just get this out, because I still have to kind of, I got a lot of stuff I gotta do before I talk tomorrow. I gotta make some more notes and stuff like that. So, gotta get on with that. If you are in the area, come say hi. So again, I speak, whatever, at 10:30. Pretty sure it's in a tent outside on the far side of the parking lot. I think that's where they're doing it this year. And then I will be sticking around afterwards to shop. So I'm happy to talk to if you happen to be there. So hope to see you. That's Northwind Perennial Farm, by the way. All right, have a great day in your garden, you guys. Thank you for watching. Oh, crap. One more really important thing. Put up the video this week from the first start of doing the shrubs and the trees in the new deck, in the deck garden redo. And I made a terrible mistake, which many of you very gently pointed out. I said that Phlomis tuberosa was Jerusalem artichoke. And I said it was edible. It is not. It is Jerusalem sage. Now, it might be edible. I don't know, but don't eat it. You guys, listen, if there's ever some like weird plant that I say is edible, maybe don't trust me on it, because I obviously just make crap. Like, I clearly got confused. So, big mistake on my part. Thank you to the people who pointed that out. Please don't eat your Phlomis. All right, you guys, have a great day in your garden. We'll see you soon.